Welcome to Powerfully Broken Podcast, where we break unhealthy relationships that negatively impact our mental health. Today, I have with me Diahnna Curtis, who is the president of the Akron Realtist and a realtor, as well as the queen of creativity. She is able to see something raw and make it beautiful. She helped with creating literally something out of nothing. We made my entire wedding beautiful because of all the things that she did. And, you have been just an amazing friend and just to everyone. You're just like the world's best realtor.
Oh, hey, well, powerfully broken but never defeated. Oh, yeah. Barbara, bring the light.
What we ready now?
When the storm rolling and your spirit low, heart feel heavy and you moving slow, tears on your face.
So with you having these daughters that aren't afraid of hard work and being creative just like you, that they learn because there was that, it was kind of birthed out of necessity, if you will, where you did it because you had to. If it had been already bought and done, you would have just slid in there and not built those skills. But because you went from being married to being divorced, that changed your income. And as you started to grow through the real estate industry, you start to know some social and some economic inequities in that. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, that gave my passion to belong to the organization that I belong to, the Realtist organization, because we are, that is our passion, building minority wealth through homeownership, wanting our community to thrive, our communities, wanting minorities to be able to afford homes because it lends to financial stability.
Right.
So oftentimes people can leverage their homes to help their children, right? Something to pass down to your children. So we're actually declining in homeownership, or it's compared to our counterparts. They are purchasing homes at a greater rate than we are. So there's that struggle, right? So there's the struggle for for financing for their homes. And a lot of minorities are getting to the end point and not closing the deal, right? They've been approved. They're a day or two away from signing to close on their property, and they're not closing. So we're still trying to research why that's occurring. But minority women are now applying and being approved more than minority men, which is still kind of disturbing because they should be our center of our household. And we had strived so long for that to occur. And they are, outside of God, we know God's first, right? So, but we are losing that with our minority men. And then minority couples are buying homes less than minority women. So we know that minority women are becoming more educated, more of them are going to college. So that's probably why some of that disparity is happening. But we do the Shiva report, which is the state of housing in Black America every year. And so it talks about those numbers and what's happening with minorities. So there's a prediction that in 25 to 50 years, minority wealth will be zero. There are going to be some that are going to be worth a lot, but there's going to be a whole lot of minorities who have nothing. So we would like to see that change because it affects the family. It affects, same as my girls learn some things, some sustainability, some creativity from me by my home ownership. There's so many kids that are going to lose that. And then what's going to happen with the rest of the generation? So our goal is to provide the means for more minorities to be able to afford homes. We have a scholarship program that we're doing now to help. We would like to help someone become a sales agent or be in the real estate industry and get licensed through one of the colleges, Hondros or something like that. And then we also have now introduced helping someone be able to pay for a home inspection when they're in the process of buying a home or pay for their appraiser. So we're seeing a lot of blighted neighborhoods. And so we want to see that change. We're seeing a lot of elderly people who are losing their homes to Medicaid. There's a overwhelming amount of things that need to be fixed, right?
Yeah.
So we are seeing a lot of minorities lose their homes as they get older to Medicaid, Medicaid, because basically you have to have nothing to get assistance. So we want to educate more minority families on how to put homes in trust, get them attached to an attorney to help them set trust up so that those homes can be passed down to their children, because that is their wealth. That is your kids' education in college. That is, so
having some of those different wealth protection things where you can deed the house over in lieu of when someone passes. So it bypasses probate. So you're not then paying taxes on a house that you may not even be able to afford. And now you have to lose because now you don't have the wealth to even protect it.
absolutely.
So like putting these things in trust, whether, you have those conversations with family early so they know Bob is getting the car, Jen is getting the house, and Kevin's keeping the dog. Having those conversations early, because that in and of itself, when nobody knows anything and there's no plan, now you have family not only grieving, but now they're pulling at all the things that remind them of you.
Yes.
And it's just heartbreaking.
The probate court is a year.
Yeah.
So I've dealt with families who have had to go to probate court, and I have to tell them, well, you have to go to probate court because it didn't deed over.
Yeah.
So they didn't have the deed to do that. And then, like you said, there's also that those taxes that apply because you were gifted this house. So now you have to pay a higher tax rate on getting that house. So by putting it in a trust, you avoid a lot of those taxes.
Or even a survivorship deed.
Survivorship deeds, yes, puts it
Directly to that person.
That other person. So our best advice is to tell people to connect them with someone that's what they do, because we as real estate agents, we're not proficient in that, but we can certainly connect someone to those resources.
Yeah.
But it's just a shame. And even having dealt with it with my own, because a lot of elderly people, you can't tell them anything. That's their property they purchased. They grew up impoverished, right? And so now they have some property, and trying to explain to them, Mom, Dad, can you put this in a trust? Let's work through this. They don't trust it.
Yeah.
So Medicaid has a 5-year look back. You haven't transferred it out of their name in 5 years, they want it. So for us, my daughter said, well, Nana bought this house and we're just going to sell it or get rid of it. And they wanted to keep it. And I said, well, the problem is you have to get a parent to understand that in enough time that you can save the house for the family, that kind of thing. So it worked out for us that we leveraged it to be able to put her, have her someplace where she's a really nice place. So we just took it and used it to get her somewhere else.
Because it was a barrier to her chair for a while.
Yes. Because Yeah, and the house was too big for her still, and she couldn't manage it on her own.
Yeah.
So now it put her in a safer environment where she still feels like she has her independence. But it was a lot of stress trying to figure that out and sell it. And I thought it would be easy to sell my mom's house. That was one of the hardest things I ever had to do, even making those decisions regarding it, because you're trying to not stay emotionally attached to it. And at the same time, I'm walking in there, and that's a house I used to go into, and you expect that smile on her face, and it's a hard thing to do. So I love helping people who are managing that kind of situation because I understand it too. So, so I'm here for women. I think that is a major thing to step out, especially when you have kids, and try to manage home ownership. I'm here for it. I've done it. So I encourage it. I think kids do better for it.
And where can they find more information or reach out and get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with me. I get Diahnna Curtis. So even if they Google my name, they should come up with my Century 21 website. They come up with my phone number. I don't know if you posted. Do I give my phone number? 330-715-5650. I am also, again, president of the Akron Realtist Association. So if you look up Akron Realtist Association, you will also be able to Google our website. And there's information on agents, appraisers, everyone. So our organization consists of people in the industry. So it's lenders, appraisers, home inspectors. So you can be a member even if you're just in the community, as long as you want to support what we are striving to achieve in our community. So,
all right. And I have one last question for you. What does powerfully broken mean to you?
What is powerfully broken? Oh my gosh, it speaks so much. And probably because I see so much of that in me. Sometimes you have to break to realize your power and how much of it you have. And then you come out of it on the other end so powerful. But it was my brokenness that got me there. It's sort of that from ashes, right? The best of me comes, and I'm powerful behind it. So it was a good break. It's a good brokenness.
Thank you. I appreciate your honesty, your vulnerability, all your wealth of knowledge about being a realtor, being creative. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for being phenomenal, writing a book, inspiring women. I mean, I just think it's amazing.
This episode is proudly sponsored by BF Empowerment Center, where healing isn't just possible, it's powerful. BF Empowerment Center helps individuals break barriers, build healthier relationships, and unlock their true potential for lasting transformation. Follow at Queen B.L. Parker or at BF Empowerment. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Powerfully Broken Podcast, airing every Friday at 9 a.m. Powerfully Broken empowers you to overcome unhealthy relationships that negatively impact your mental health.
Wow. Powerfully broken but never defeated.